Thousands of years ago, they were Apollo, Zeus, Ares. Now they are Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, and the other heroes and villains of DC and Marvel Comics. Join us every week as we discuss the legendary stories, characters, concepts, and other parts of comics as we examine the modern pantheon of heroes. Let's get heroic. Welcome to Under Two Capes, the podcast for the comic book fan. Welcome to Under Two Capes. I am Jared.
And I'm Lad.
And you may be wondering, Jared, why another episode? I thought we already had our Friday episode. Well, I was feeling pretty generous. Plus, we want to talk about some Snyder stuff. So I figured, Lad, let's do a bonus episode. So Snyder. So recently he was doing some interviews. And he dropped that, okay, so there's this big cameo that's supposed to be at the end of the Snyder Cut. And then he also teased that there's going to be a big female character that's going to show, a female member of the Justice League that's going to show up. Now, and I'm wondering, could we be getting a live-action Hawkgirl?
I mean, she is one of, like, the important members from the, one of the, JL series.
First off, Lad, who do you think the big cameo is? Personally, I'm going with some type of Green Lantern, maybe Kyle Rayner.
I see. And this is separate from the female character, right?
Separate from the female character. The reason why I don't think it's Jon Stewart is because that's too obvious.
Right.
And he said it's one that's going to surprise hardcore fans. And what I'm taking that as, this is someone that's been on the league before, but a long time ago. And when Grant Morrison was writing JLA, Kyle Rayner was the Green Lantern. He was actually the only Green Lantern, because remember, this is after Emerald Twilight, when Hal Jordan killed all the Green Lanterns.
I see, yeah. How did everyone forgive him for that again?
Well, it turns out Hal Jordan was under the influence of the fear entity Parallax.
Oh, okay, that's right, yes.
That's where Parallax comes from, yeah. And then, so they did, that was part of Jeff Johns' Green Lantern, the masterful storyline. I have the first volume right there next to my chair, but oh my, that's the story that made me like Green Lantern, because previously my Green Lantern exposure was the Green Lantern movie and let's see, and Jon Stewart from Justice League Unlimited. One of those was great, one of those was the complete opposite of great. I'll leave that to you to guess which one that is.
Yep.
But Lad, who do you think the big cameo is? Because we know it's not going to be Martian Manhunter, because we already know he's going to show up. We already know he's going to show up. It's already confirmed that he's showing up. So why would he be this quiet about a character that's already going to show up? Yeah,
that was actually going to be my guess. I was going to say, I think it's Manhunter, since you said it's that one senator dude and whatever.
What if it's the Anti-Monitor?
If they show, I mean, they could put it as a tease.
If the Anti-Monitor shows up, because remember, DC is doing this whole multiverse thing. If the Anti-Monitor shows up, I will freak out, man.
That would actually
he didn't say it had to be a good guy.
That's true. I didn't think about that. Yeah. Ooh, that could.
Who do you think?
That could be kind of cool. I mean, because the original Justice League movie kind of teased that Darkseid was coming. But now that in this movie we're actually going to see a Darkseid, it doesn't really make sense to tease, which is really cool.
First off, he looks gorgeous.
I know. Yes, he looks so cool. He has such a really interesting design. And the fact that they, he's already going to be seen in the movie, they don't really need to tease him at the end of it. So if they need something to tease at the end of the movie, what if it's something like Anti-Monitor? Even if they don't actually go with that storyline just yet, sometime in the future, that could be really good. Yeah, I mean, like Thanos was way, way early. That was like 10 years before even they ever did anything with him, I think, right? Or 5, 6, 7.
I just thought of something. So what if at the end of the Snyder Cut, it pans into this like field of space. It's looking at Earth. So all of a sudden, so we zoom out. It's sort of a long zoom out. And all of a sudden you see a chair. I think you know what I'm going with this. It's the Mobius chair. And all of a sudden the camera pans around. There's Metron.
Oh, I was gonna say like it's Thanos, and he's like, "Fine, I'll do it myself." And he gets up from the chair.
That would be great because it'd be Marvel DC crossover, but it's like, yeah.
Oh boy, for now it's just a lot of convergence.
Or it could be the Black Superman.
It could be that. That'd be
because they
cool.
just announced that movie.
Mm-hmm.
Which, by the way, I'm hoping it's not going to replace Henry Cavill because he is the gold standard of Superman. Mm-hmm. There's rumors saying he's out, but I'm going to wait until I get official confirmation because these rumors have been wrong. By the way, just because they announced a Superman movie does not mean it's going to happen, a la Nicolas Cage.
Also, a la Yara Flor, who was like dead on arrival. It's a TV show, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or before
I
it
know.
even happened.
I'm really upset about that.
Yeah, that's kind of.
I wish they brought in a Yara Flor. That'd be. What if it's Yara Flor?
Yeah, they just like
Donna Troy.
Donna Troy.
There's like so many characters this could be. It's Booster Gold and Blue Beetle.
Booster Gold. It would be actually pretty funny if they did like just Booster Gold. It wouldn't be too hard. The costume's not too hard. Just like kind of like a gold suit, some funny actor dude.
Yeah, Skeets. Like it's Nathan Fillion as Booster Gold.
That would work. Yeah,
I could actually see that. That's actually spot on.
Yeah, that would be pretty funny. I think that would be a really funny movie, something like that.
That would be so great. Oh, or if it's Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern. Oh no! What if it's Deadpool? Wouldn't that be great?
Deadpool cameo at the end of it. When the original Justice League happened, we saw the scene with like heading towards the boat and the bandana. For a second, I was like, "Wait, is that Deadpool?" And then I was like, "No, wait, I'm wrong universe. That's not." Oh,
and then he started walking up the stairs. And I knew who it was. As soon as I saw the little flags flapping, I was like, but I couldn't believe it. I was like, "Wait a second." It gets farther and farther and farther. And then they have that long shot of him walking up the boat. And I'm like, oh, wait a minute. I know who that is. And then he walks up the stairs. And then the entire theater like exploded.
Yeah.
We do know Deathstroke is in this movie.
Yeah.
By the way,
Joker.
Snyder did confirm that if he did a Justice League Part 2, it would be entirely in the Nightmare timeline.
Wait, really?
Which I'm really hoping. Please, Warner Brothers.
Interesting.
If this movie's popular, green light this freaking movie. I want to see that.
That's kind of interesting because I would have thought that they would have done like continuation of like, just the Justice League fighting a new villain, like maybe someone else or like another space villain. But they're actually they want to explore the Nightmare.
It's because remember in the original plot, it was going to be at the end of there was going to be like multi movies. In one movie, Darkseid kills Lois Lane, which turns Superman evil. Superman kills Darkseid and then becomes a dictator. So it's pretty much like the Injustice universe.
Yeah.
And then Batman is trying to like reverse it. That's why in BVS you have Flash going, it's Lois Lane. She's the key. Yeah. You're always right about him. Find us, Bruce.
That was kind of unexplained.
Yeah, I was like, what just happened? I mean, what's up, Barry? But what? Well, like, the whole nightmare scene was like not explained. I'm like, what just happened?
What's funny is that we're still getting like they really like that nightmare scene idea because they did it in BVS, right? And then they showed it again in Justice League.
No, it was not in the theatrical cut.
Oh, really?
There was no nightmare in the theatrical cut.
Oh, I didn't know that. I forgot about that.
So in other words, everything that's Nightmare in the Snyder cut, new stuff. Well, pretty much the entire Snyder cut is new stuff, but still.
Yeah. It's going to be really weird to watch it and just be like, this is supposed to be the same movie, but it's basically a completely different movie from what we watched.
I'm like, wow. That trailer that was released on Valentine's Day, I was like, this is way different from the trailers we got.
Yeah, that's really trippy, honestly. That's gonna be something to like go down in history of just like, a movie, but then it basically got completely changed and restored to what the original intent was supposed to be. That's insane. I've never heard of such a thing happening.
And watch, what's gonna happen is gonna be there's another hashtag brewing that's gonna be finish the Snyderverse.
Yeah.
Because he only had one more movie left. Just let him make Justice League Part 2 and we're done. You can go far away. And then
would that be the Nightmare or would that be something else?
That's Nightmare movie.
I see.
Because supposedly that's when they go back. By the way, there is going to be time travel. It's confirmed. Flash will be going back in time in the Snyder cut.
Oh, really?
That's in that scene in the trailer where Barry is running and you see that big
Yeah.
blue explosion.
Yeah.
He's going back in time because supposedly the League loses at first. Barry goes back in time, and I think he's supposed to like convince Superman to come help them.
I see. Okay, that'd be kind of cool. Yeah, we'll see how it finally all turns out with the cut.
All right, so back. Who do you think is that cameo? We'll start with the mind-blowing cameo, and then we'll go into the female character cameo.
Okay. The mind-blowing cameo. Man. Okay, so it's not. I mean, we know it. We know Joker's already in it, and Deathstroke and stuff like that. So that's not going to be anything mind-blowing.
Because it's not a surprise that they were in the trailer.
Right? Yeah, they're in the trailer. Mind-blowing, and it's not Manhunter because we already know about his existence. And
what if it's Wally West with the powers of Dr. Manhattan, like the blue Wally West?
Oh no, that'd be kind of trippy.
I'm trying to see.
I mean,
who else? Because I don't think it's going to be anyone like really obscure, like Darkseid's father, Yuga Khan.
Who?
He's the Darkseid's father.
I didn't know that was a thing.
He's the reason why you've never seen him is because he's been like confined to the source wall.
I see.
Back when there was a source wall, because it got destroyed before. I mean, in metal, and that's how Perpetua got out because she was imprisoned in the source wall. What if it's Perpetua? No, the Batman who laughs.
Oh boy, that'd be kind of trippy.
All of a sudden, you start hearing crow, 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 crow because his robins are called crows.
Oh really?
That's what that is. That'd be hilarious. It's like, we just killed you in the comics. Go away.
Oh boy, who could it be? I'm trying to think.
Could it be a Suicide Squad member? Now, I'm thinking it's a Lantern because we know that there's supposed to be a Lantern showing up at some point in the movie, but we also know that they announced the Green Lantern series. That's why I'm kind of like, and they did say each series is going to have an accompanying movie.
I see.
So I'm like,
They could. Green Lantern is possibility. We said Hawkgirl. Hawkgirl could very well be an option. They could also. There was something else someone else I was thinking about.
Black Lantern, Blackest Night.
Black Lantern.
Although wait, he did also confirm it ends on a massive cliffhanger. By the way,
4 hours and somehow it managed to end on
4 hours and a cliffhanger. I'm like, what did you have left?
At that point, you basically told everything already, right?
Yeah. Wouldn't it be great if at the end of it, there's like a text that says after the dedication to his daughter, Snyder makes the announcement that like Justice League Part 2 coming in 2022.
I mean, that would be pretty insane. If
that sounds like something Snyder would do. He announced the Snyder Cut after a Man of Steel watch party.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he showed the poster. That's all he did.
Yeah. I kind of forgot about the whole events of. I just remember you told me, like, showed me the poster, and I was like, dude, it's happening.
Yeah, because what happened was, so all of a sudden, I had just gotten out of a dentist appointment. I'm in my car. I'm surfing Facebook. I wasn't driving. My mom was driving. So I just wanted to make everyone know I'm not doing this and driving. So anyway, I'm going through it. All of a sudden, I see that Jurassic Park meme of Dr. Ian Malcolm going, he did it.
Yeah,
like,
that one.
I'm like, what? Then all of a sudden, I see Justice League, and I'm like, and then I see HBO Max 2021. It says Zack Snyder's Justice League, and I was like, wait, what? How long was I in the dentist for?
Yeah.
And then immediately, I texted Lad, and I was like, I have news, and it's something that is like the most. Let's say it again. The most unbelievable thing just happened. They announced this.
Right. And it's something that you had talked about, people throwing around like, oh yeah, he said there's this like version that no one will ever get to see. And there's like, all these cool details he wanted to say, was going to be in the movie. And I was thinking, and I bet everyone else was like, there's like no way we're ever going to see this. It's completely hopeless. And then he announces that they're doing it, which is absolutely insane. And
apparently he knew since November of 2019.
Really? Wow.
Because apparently he had given a private screening to some Warner Brothers executives. And then all of a sudden they have HBO Max and they're like, hey, Snyder, you have that cut, right?
Yeah.
I was like, okay, so as soon as I heard HBO Max, I was like, that might be it.
Yep. Yep.
Because you have DC, but what would set you apart from Disney Plus? Because until WandaVision, Disney Plus didn't really have anything Marvel besides the backlog of all the stuff they have. But they
Yeah.
didn't really have anything new and exclusive.
Right. Yeah. No, they definitely hit the superhero thing first. I mean, they had their announcement first for the whole WandaVision.
And here's why I think the Snyder cut is gonna like explode, because Warner made this announcement. So on their two YouTube channels, the HBO Max one, and I think the Warner Media, the Snyder Cut trailer is now the second most watched trailer of those two channels of all time.
Really? Wow.
With like 25 million views in 24 hours.
That's like pretty insane. Honestly, I think this could honestly be like, if this hits like the mainstream and people start watching this like big time, I feel like it could really be successful, honestly.
And if it's successful, chances are Warner will go, hey, listen, so watch after we get all these stats, Warner will be like, hey Snyder, you know that idea you had for part 2? And it's one more movie. You might as well just finish it. It's just one more movie.
Yeah.
We gave you over 70 million to finish a movie.
Yeah. No, that's true. I mean, we're 18 days away now, right? So it's, or 19 days away, 18. So we're at the last day of February.
We're 18 days away.
That's crazy. That's
just
crazy.
Processed. I was like, huh. Actually, we're 19 days away because it's not a leap year, right?
No, oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, 19 days away.
19 days away. Oh
boy. So wait, is it a Thursday again, or do you say it was a Friday?
Thursday. Lad and I will be watching it, and then that Friday episode will be just our thoughts on the Snyder Cut. I'm giving you a spoiler warning in advance, because we will be this will be a spoiler-rich review. I will put that disclaimer before the video, during the video, and after the video. Putting spoil, and the only thing in the description will be massive spoilers.
Right. Maybe we can have like the first minute of it be spoiler free, because it will just be like us yelling and screaming about like
oh my gosh, this is so good. So apparently, so the way it's gonna work, I think that it was always meant to be one movie, because he said it's gonna be 4 chapters, right? Well, the movie is split up into 4 chapters with intermission, so it's gonna be chapter 1. Chapter 2. It's going to be everything together, but it's going to be like, it's probably going to like fade to black, and it'll say like chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3. And then it's going to be an intermission in the middle of it. I figured they were going to do that to give people the option to go pee.
Yeah.
Because 4-hour movies. But by the way, and before you ask, yes, Lad and I will be watching it all in one sitting. We're not spacing this out.
Wait a second.
Why would we? We've been waiting 3 years for this movie.
That's true, yeah.
As far as I'm concerned, we never got a Justice League movie. In fact, people are throwing out their DVDs of the Whedon cut.
That's funny.
I won't, because I want to keep that dumpster fire.
Yeah, it'll be funny for comparison.
But
did we ever get an extended edition of the Justice League? Or
that's what people thought they were gonna do, because that's what they did with BVS, and those half hour that they put in there completely changed the movie and made it a lot better. Like they explained that Superman couldn't see the bomb in the wheelchair because it was lined with lead. Beforehand, due to studio interference, they cut that part out. So all of a sudden, you just thought, oh, he just didn't see the bomb. Just Superman's an idiot. I'm like, no, it's lead.
But okay,
by the way,
so
let's talk about one thing real quick. Can you imagine if they didn't have Wonder Woman once in a BVS trailer and didn't market her at all, and then all of a sudden she just shows up in front of Doomsday?
Yeah, that would have been kind of trippy, eh? That would have been.
People still exploded in the movie theaters when that happened, though. Let's be clear. I think, honestly, the part where she's walking off the plane, and all of a sudden, if they didn't market it at all, the part where she's walking off the plane, and then all of a sudden they go, Miss Prince.
Yeah.
I think that would have been the moment where it was like, oh, wait, what? She's showing up?
Yeah.
It's because we got that image of the Trinity, all 3 of them, live action for the first time ever.
Yeah, it's really cool. It kind of seems almost like Warner Brothers is hesitant to make their DC characters into movies. Like, I know that more like they've done Batman and Superman in the ancient days, right? And then now with they've started their extended universe, and they have Superman and then BVS and Justice League, and then Aquaman, Wonder Woman, all the couple other ones. Those were like some of those. A lot of those were really successful, even though they came after like all the Marvel hype. I mean, Marvel really revitalized. Yeah, except for that. But the Marvel hype really brought superheroes back into light. And then so DC is like, hey, we got all these characters. Let's make movies for them. They've been successful, but the last like I don't know 3 or 4 years, we really haven't gone to like it's been a while since we got like a really good one. I'm not talking about Wonder Woman just yet, but we got Birds of Prey, and then like
Birds of
other
Prey
Suicide
was the
Squad.
worst.
Yeah,
you know me. Normally, I'm very optimistic about movies, and I'm willing to see the value of it. No, that movie had no value.
Isn't it technically like Harley Quinn's solo film, basically?
First off, here's the stupidity of the marketing for that movie. I guess we'll go down this tangent. They called it Birds of Prey and Harley Quinn. Like really small text, so it just said Birds of Prey. No one knows who the Birds of Prey are. That you should have started, and then they changed the marketing after it was already released that said Harley Quinn, the Birds of Prey. But guess what? Too late. No, because no one knows who the Birds of Prey are. It's not like the Avengers.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, I mean, it's just like now. Okay, it was a bit of a rocky start. Like Man of Steel came out, and then they kind of like took a while, and BVS was kind of a little sketchy, and then Justice League was also kind of sketchy, but
Justice League was more than sketchy, bro.
Yeah, but then Aquaman, Wonder Woman, Shazam, hitting these really good notes.
Yeah,
Suicide Squad was really bad, but they tricked a lot of people into going to see it because the trailers were really good for it.
Suicide Squad was not bad, but apparently a lot of studio interference on that one, and there's an Ayer cut that's amazing. Apparently.
Oh man,
release the Ayer cut. So anyway,
what I'm thinking is that it's now been a couple of years. We are finally getting this. We got Wonder Woman 2, which I think was pretty cool, and Justice League.
I felt it was good. It wasn't as bad as people made it out to be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the first one was definitely better, but I think it's
first one was way better. First one was perfect. I rarely call a superhero movie perfect.
Mm-hmm. The first one was perfect. There's no doubt about that. But the Justice League Snyder cut is going to be really revitalizing it. I just hope that
exactly.
I feel like DC's, they've said like a lot of superhero movies are announcement, like Shazam, like Black Adam, or all these other characters. I want to actually see them working on the film and actually having like a roadmap. You know how like a solid roadmap, because it feels like they confirm things and then they never actually like go. They just kind of like fade out of existence. And the last 2 or 3 years, it feels like it's been like that, where we only had Birds of Prey come out, and maybe like that's it. Like I haven't heard of like too much lately. Finally, now we're getting the Snyder cut and Wonder Woman, which I hopefully is like a renaissance. And then they actually do like, okay, let's make these other characters. Let's make a Green Lantern movie. Let's make another Justice League movie.
Technically, they're making a Green Lantern movie.
Technically, yeah, they're making a Green Lantern movie.
But just what I think they're doing, I think they're going to use the Snyder cut as a test case. Which I think what they're going to do is that if the Snyder cut's successful, they'll say, screw it. We'll do part 2. Beyond that, I think what they're doing is they're probably saying, let's have this other talking about the Superman movie. Let's have this other Superman project over here. Well, let me put it this way: at Fandom, they confirm that all their stuff is connected in the multiverse, so they could have that and then announce Man of Steel 2.
Right? Yeah.
Or they could make it really cool, and in that superhero movie, have the Black Superman, which they haven't confirmed which one there is. There's 2. There's Val Zod, who's the one from Earth 2, and then there's Calvin Ellis, who's the Black Superman, who's the president of the United States. But anyway, they could have one of those ones team up with Henry Cavill in that movie. That'd be super cool. Like Henry Cavill showing him the ropes.
Right. That would be so cool. That's another thing too. Let's actually do like let's get people hyped up for things. It feels like, why do we have to be asking, is there going to be a Justice League sequel? We shouldn't have to ask that. It should just be like a thing that we're getting. Justice League 2, Man of Steel 2.
After Flashpoint, there's going to be a Justice League Rebirth movie.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, so and if they want to use the Flashpoint movie, just kind of like reset. The canon's a little bit a little bit in the air. If they just want to reset
fine.
the canon, that's fine. Yeah,
That's to keep it with the comics. They literally did that.
Yeah, that's okay. You know, I mean, maybe they didn't have as much of a thought out plan. Like Marvel's really strict on their canon, like how they've done things. You know,
There's
same
some
way with Star
movies
Wars.
where I'm like, what were you guys thinking making this?
Yeah, no, I know what you mean.
Black Panther.
I kind of like Black Panther a little bit. I didn't like the villain, but I kind of like Black Panther.
Sucked.
Michael B. Jordan is cool. I like him, but
I think he could be a good Calvin Ellis Black Superman, which he said he wants to play that character, and I'm like, I could support that. Because outside of the Black Panther thing was a fluke. And the Human Torch thing. He's actually a really good actor. I've seen him act, and he's like he's good. He's good.
Yeah.
Plus, he's a fan. He's a comic book fan, so you don't have to. So he respects the characters.
Yeah,
that's why I'm fine. Dude. Have him do something. I'm cool with that.
Yeah, like let's get our. I know they've already in the works for it, but Aquaman 2. You know.
They're having
the Flashpoint movie.
They're definitely having Aquaman 2.
Right. Like it doesn't have to just be like, you know, single film. If they want to do like a buddy film for two characters, like if they want to do Cyborg and like the Blue Beetle or something, I don't know.
No, Blue Beetle and Booster Gold. That would be a gold movie.
That'd be like
that relationship is a buddy cop thing. That's what that is.
Just hire the two guys from 21 Jump Street and just make them Booster Gold and
that would be the greatest movie of all time.
It would that's basically what it would be.
No, I got one. Kyle, I got one. Jon Stewart and Guy Gardner.
Oh yeah, that'd be so funny. That'd be good.
So good. That'd be cool. They have a lot of opportunities for this.
Yeah, but let's like hopefully Justice League Snyder Cut's really gonna show them the executives or people that are, making these movies that like if you give the fans exactly what they want from the comics, some really true to the canon, fun stuff where you're having all these cool characters, not just like making a movie that just will seem like Marvel-y or will seem like popular for common people to watch. Like if you make it interesting enough, the comic book fans will go see it, and the regular people will go see it too. You don't have to make it too realistic. Like
here's the thing: they have to stop trying to make Marvel movies. That's what they did with Justice League. We all know how that turned out.
Yeah,
here's the thing. They apparently can't understand this. DC is way different than Marvel.
Yeah,
DC is supposed to be darker, but I feel like what they have to do. First off, they have to put one guy in charge who has the plan. Snyder had this intricate plan. That's the whole T-shirt that has like all these different movies on it.
They need their Kevin Feige or their John Favreau.
Just tell Snyder, go ahead, make your stuff. Tell us where we have some wiggle room to put in movies like Shazam or something like that.
Yeah,
I mean, they don't have to make every movie dark. I mean, it's according to the character. Shazam. Keep it light. That's Shazam. Aquaman at this point with this Aquaman, keep it light.
Yeah, I mean, it had edgy moments in it, but it had some humor too. But it wasn't humor like a Marvel movie. Like they didn't make it like a Marvel movie, where Marvel movie has their own type of like humor and stuff that they do in their stuff. That was the problem probably with Justice League. They some of this it just felt kind of weird.
It was off to the point where it was off character, like when Superman goes, well, I know you didn't bring me back because you like me, and Batman's like, I don't not. I'm like, what does that even mean, bro?
I didn't know that.
And when Superman comes back, it's a line. And when Superman comes back and Batman goes, I'm like, what?
I didn't know that was a thing.
What? Yeah, that's actually a line that Batman says. That's why everyone freaked out when like Batman at the end of the trailer goes, he's never fought us, not us united.
Yeah,
that's a Batman line. Not.
He's never fought us, not united. And I saw
the one line that I hope
about Justice League.
The one line that I hope was a Snyder is when Barry Allen goes, "What were your superpowers again? I'm rich."
Yeah,
Please let that be a Snyder, because that is a Batman line.
Yeah,
that's exactly what he would say.
Yeah,
they need to have a movie where every member of the Justice League is making fun of Batman for not having powers. Make it like Justice League Origin, where like Green Lantern is like, worry about yourself, you don't have powers.
Yeah,
I want a scene where someone goes, wait a second, you're not just some dude in a bat suit, are you?
That'd be really funny.
That was the greatest part of that comic in the entire comic.
Yeah, that was good.
But the point is that there's so much potential. I want a Martian Manhunter movie. That's what I want.
Love that. That
Show
could be a perfect
him coming to Earth and have it like tie into Man of Steel and stuff, and end it where he shows up in Justice League.
Oh, I thought you wanted to be like actually like a space movie, kind of like Guardians of the Galaxy.
It would
like
be
a space movie.
Well, because if you want an actual space thing, it would have to be the Green Lantern show would be the closest we can get to.
Okay,
Galaxy,
I see.
Or like,
yeah,
because there's not. I mean, I'm trying to think. Who is the DC version of the Guardians of the Galaxy? I know the fans are probably going to roast me in the comments for not knowing this.
Is it just me, or does Justice League kind of stays more on like Earth? I think maybe a little bit.
Mostly because
Or
they're
it's
dealing
DC.
with Earth. Well, it really depends, though.
Yeah, I guess.
It really, first off, which Earth?
Okay.
Wouldn't it be great if what if the cameo is actually the DC Endgame moment where all the boom tombs open, and then there's the Titans, there's the Doom Patrol,
Yeah.
there's like everything. There's the Arrowverse. Everything's coming together in one battle against Darkseid. That would be so dope.
It'd be so cool. There's a lot of potential here. Like, we're just waiting for. We want stories, and if you give us stories, we'll go and pay to go see them. We're paying to see, Disney Plus so we could watch like WandaVision or Falcon Winter Soldier or the Marvel movies that are on there.
So I can watch it and Lad cannot watch it because he hasn't watched it yet.
Not everyone needs to know that I haven't watched WandaVision yet.
I just wanted the record to show Lad has not watched WandaVision. Any episodes.
Oh boy.
That is the only reason why I haven't done a podcast episode talking about it, because my co-host is lazy.
I plead the Fifth Amendment.
We're not in a court of law. That doesn't apply.
Motion adjourned.
Okay. Anyway, so as you're saying.
Oh boy. But like, we want the stories. Like, Marvel is very, they have their movies that they, it was only a couple movies, every year or two. And then they started ramping things up once people got familiar with their universe. And, and then now they're actually, they're doing TV shows that are specifically set in the universe. And this only happens when you have a creative lead like Kevin Feige and like a whole team that's like a story team that maps out where things are going and makes sure everything stays, relatively in continuity for the most part. I feel like at DC, no one is like thinking about continuity at all. They kind of like do their own movies, which is okay because you said that they like to keep it a bit more spaced out from each other. But I wish I just knew what was happening.
You just established the multiverse.
Yeah.
You can have all these different stories going on. Here's the thing. You could have the Black Superman movie, and you could have the Henry Cavill movie. And let me put it this way. What Superman and Lois proved is that the audience doesn't care if one actor is playing Superman here and another one's playing it here. No one cares.
Yeah, I think they were concerned about that. They were scared that people would get confused.
Yeah, they were.
And I don't think
no one's confused.
Yeah, it's like,
First off, the guy that they picked to play Superman and Lois is fantastic. That's
he's good. I like him. Yeah, he
is really good. But all right. But okay, so I think they should do, and actually, this is actually a topic I had on a list. What does DC need to do to succeed in theaters? So we're doing that episode right now. But anyway,
I guess that's what we're doing. Yeah.
All right. So what I feel like they need to do is have one guy in charge of it. Which, if it's not Snyder, have like Jeff Johns or someone. Maybe not. Cool. Maybe not Jeff Johns because he has some controversy with the Ray Fisher thing. Maybe. But just have someone, first off, someone that's actually really familiar with the lore. Maybe just Jeff Johns, should just put him in charge of it. And then have him say, okay, so we want like, they can even say, we want a 10 movie arc, a 20 movie arc, where it builds to this massive event like in Marvel, except make it DC. And then if they do that, they can say, okay, so this. They could even make it where every few years there's a Justice League movie to lead into the next group of films.
Yeah. Yeah, and like, do solo films like Marvel did. They're, earlier on, the Marvel movies were all way more disconnected, and then only just like Nick Fury would pop up.
That's why I think it's going to happen.
Something.
That's why I think they are going to connect the movies, because look what Marvel did. Exactly, because all they had was, if you look at Iron Man to Hulk, there was the only reference to Iron Man was when General Ross goes into like this room that has a super soldier serum, and it says Stark Industries.
Right.
And then obviously Tony Stark showing up at the end. But the point is that they started off pretty loose, and then they started to build together.
Yeah,
I feel like right now DC is basically taking their baby steps. They're trying to like walk. You have to learn to walk before you can run. Mm-hmm. That's why I think people expected DC to be able to like be Marvel right outside the gate and have this massive storyline. Not yet.
Yeah.
First off, here's what they do. Let Snyder complete his universe, do Flashpoint, and then from that point on, start building your more hopeful, optimistic DC. Because right now, Snyder is basically doing the Dark Knight Returns universe.
Right.
You want to change that? Totally fine. Do it with. That's why you have this great story, this idea. You have Flashpoint, so you can just let him finish his movie. That way, you at least gave the fans what they wanted. And then also, lads freezing. Oh, okay. And then also, here's what you can do.
I'm good.
You could have the fans of Snyder, if you complete their movie, if you let Snyder complete his movie, the Snyder fans have their own little group of interconnected movies to watch. And then and then everyone else can have their like looser connected universe. In other words, you can have two of these and you could even tell Snyder, hey man, we'll just continue your stuff on HBO Max. We need exclusive content.
Yeah, honestly, like if they, we got like a Cyborg, TV show or Cyborg, something like that.
He kind of had a falling out with Warner Brothers, but
okay, not Cyborg then, but like there's other characters, or like if they continue Justice League like in a movie for HBO Max, like you said, or like I take a comic book, or just like let's just give us content, just give us like Marvel. I know exactly what I'm getting. We're getting like the Eternals movie. I may not like what they're getting, but Eternals, was it something in the 10 Rings, Shang-Chi and the 10 Rings.
Shang-Chi, you're getting Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness, you're getting Spider-Man 3.
Mm-hmm. And they announced those things, and like I'm familiar with the characters, so like, oh, I know Spider-Man, they introduced him, I want to check that out. Oh, this Marvel movie, Shang-Chi, that's kind of different, I've never heard of it, but I've heard of the 10 Rings before in Iron Man 3. So let me just, I have some knowledge of it. Like I'm interested, at least somewhat. And Eternals, it seems kind of weird, but there's gonna be Celestials in it, so that's kind of interesting. Celestials will be really crazy. Dope. So, I know what I'm getting, and they have a roadmap. And just with DC, I feel like I'm hoping to get another Justice League movie. I shouldn't be doing that.
Let's be clear. That roadmap is only for Endgame. We don't know what they're doing now.
That's true. Yeah.
They better start like making me get hyped for a villain. They better have like Doctor Doom show up in one of these movies and just hype him. If he's that villain, I'm in. I am in.
Dude, they really should, because we know we're getting a Fantastic Four movie. So the fact that they're integrating that into the universe is going to be cool. Wheels are moving. Doctor Strange, Doctor Doom.
I was hearing a podcast on the Variant channel, on Variant Comics channel, going back to our discussion about HBO Max. What they could do, what DC could do, have the two worlds, have the HBO Max Snyderverse, and have the normal, have the regular movies be in the movie theater, and then orchestrate like a Crisis on Infinite Earths event where they collide. Like you could have the dark side on one side, probably on the Snyder side, because he's already been showing up, and the Anti-Monitor in the actual other thing, and then you do a Dark Side War story. First off, live action Dark Side War, all you have to do is say that, and I'm in. Everyone on this podcast knows that's my favorite DC story of all time, besides
Dark Side with War together, and that's me hype. I mean, Infinity War was already so hype, just war, Civil War, just any war.
Armored Wars.
Wars, yeah. They did good trick. Secret Wars. I mean, they chose the word Secret Wars because they're like, oh, the word secret's cool. People like that, and the word wars is cool. So let's
and it's still action figures.
And they sell action figures. Yeah, exactly.
That was actually the purpose of that event because they were starting up their action figure line. They need to sell action figures. So like, just give us a bunch of stories where everyone's there.
That's pretty funny. And that was a really cool comic book event. I
That was
remember
great.
I remember that being adapted like in one of the TV shows at one point, and that's where I knew about it from. That concept of like, whoa, all these people are crossing over and they're being forced to fight to the death. That's like really, or I don't know if it was death or whatever, but
Contest of Champions.
it was something like, oh yeah, I might be thinking of Contest of Champions.
You're having a Marvel convergence, Lash.
Okay, I think it was Contest of Champions. Yeah, I'm messing that up.
Oh, they did do kind of a Secret Wars where like Doctor Doom rewrites reality, so he runs everything, and like the Avengers Assemble show is the one where Thor is the only one that knows that something happened.
Oh yeah, that episode. I remember that one now.
Where the Punisher showed up, and I'm like, oh,
yeah, dude.
Because as far as I know, that's his first appearance there.
Mm-hmm. I was thinking I need to go back and rewatch Avengers Assemble. That was a really good show. And
anyway, but so they could build up toward this massive event. Mm-hmm. And what they could just say is just roll it in that Titans exist in Zack Snyder's universe. Lord knows that show is dark as hell, so it works.
Yeah. No, yeah, that'd be really hype. They could do a lot. They could do like a theatrical Teen Titans film, that's actually like
with the Titans actors.
With the Titans actors, you could do with them, or if you wanted to do with some other people, if you want to do like like a movie version that kind of fits with the DCEU that has different thing like that. Just give people what find the characters that people are interested in, or kind of like reintroduce and reinvent a character and make them interesting. Like the Guardians of the Galaxy were like one of like the C or D tier characters in the comics. Iron Man was a B tier superhero.
The only reason why they did Iron Man is because the X-Men and Fantastic Four were the movie rights were owned by other studios.
Yeah. Basically any character, it could be like really lame or like not interesting. You put a good actor in that, not even a famous actor. A good actor as the superhero. You make a really good premise and a good storyline, dialogue, all that stuff. You will turn that superhero into a big blockbuster. Iron Man, that the actor. You had, Jon Favreau directing that. You had, the cool technology aspect they introduced into that. And it sold so well and gave birth to everything that we got with like Marvel, right?
Here's another example. Remember how much of a joke Aquaman was?
Yeah.
And then they cast Jason Momoa and he made Aquaman a badass.
Yeah, that was really cool. That's what I'm saying. Like Aquaman was this like derpy guy that like, talks to fish and rides on dolphins. Yeah.
Here comes Aquaman as he commands the seven seas.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, like the Super Friends, right? That's what probably most people think of
Super
Aquaman.
Friends movie.
Yeah, was Super Friend. Yeah, I know. They can do this with different characters, like Ant-Man. Like if you think about it, like why would you want to like a guy that can control ants and can shrink and turn large? And it would seem like a really weird concept that wouldn't sell, but you set it in an established universe, good storyline, funny, good actor, and you make something that all of a sudden he's like a really cool character,
Yeah, exactly. He was one of the coolest characters in Endgame. As Giant Man, he punched a Leviathan.
Yes, I know. He was so critical at the end of like for the whole Endgame plot,
Nothing would have happened.
Nothing would have happened without him. So it just goes to show that like these characters that maybe you're scared to use, DC should use them, like Blue Beetle. I feel like that'd be so successful.
Yes, if they they're making a Blue Beetle movie with Jaime Reyes, but if they make a Booster Gold Blue Beetle Ted Kord movie and make it a buddy cop comedy with like Nathan Fillion and like Adam Tydick, or just do like Alan Tydick, whatever his name is, or just any actor that have comedic time. Like I would love the Jump Street guys to be that would be amazing.
Oh, that'd be so funny.
Now we come to the big question: who's the female Justice League character that's going to show up? My money is on either Hawkgirl or Green Lantern Jessica Cruz, because she's going to be in the series.
I see. That could be really good. They could.
And I know the reason I say Hawk Girl is because the Thanagarians were part of the original history lesson scene.
I see. Okay. Yeah, that's true. I forgot that.
So first off, we're gonna see live action Thanagarians.
That's gonna be really good. That'll be really good. I don't know. There's like, I mean, I was thinking, what if they showed Supergirl, arriving to Earth?
That would be cool.
That'd be kind of cool.
Her.
And you're right. They did just cast her.
And Snyder said, this was not in the original cut of the movie. This is part of the reshoots.
Ooh. So that could be something that's like a tease towards the Supergirl movie that they want to do,
Could be. That would be cool. Or once again, if it's Calvin Ellis or Val Zod, and they use that to establish the multiverse, they have a black Superman walk through a boom tube.
Yeah, you could do that too. That'd be really cool.
Or just have like a lot of Green Lanterns show up at the last battle to help the League. That'd be so great.
Oh boy, yeah.
And then Ryan Reynolds shows up. He's Hal Jordan.
Yeah, they could definitely sneak him in there.
What if it's Grail? No, actually, it has to be he said female Justice League member. Zatanna. It could be Black Canary, though, also. But I want Zatanna. I want a live-action Zatanna.
Mm-hmm. That'd be really sick.
Who else? Who would be a really good female character to show up that could be in a future movie? Batgirl, maybe?
That could be.
At the end, though.
Has to be like someone that's like...
Hasn't shown up yet.
Right. Someone that's like important enough to make it a cameo,
Mm-hmm.
Trying to think of. Honestly, I'm kind of sticking to that Supergirl theory.
It could be Supergirl, and you make some good points on that one because they just announced the movie and all that.
Right. Let me see.
Thinking, let me see. It could be Hawk Girl because that way can you imagine if Hawk Girl and then one of the Lanterns who shows up is Jon Stewart?
That'd be really sick.
And then Martian Manhunter shows up in the last battle and you have the original Justice League.
Yeah.
And then the theme starts playing. No, the theme.
The theme.
Lad and I have already talked about how much we love that show.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to see what else. What if it's the Master Chief?
Yeah, just like what's her face? Wanda shows up at the end of it.
Gwenpool, and she's like, "Well, wrong universe."
Yep, wrong universe.
Let me see. What's a good female villain, Justice League member that could show up? That could realistically show up. I mean, there is the old Carrie Kelly because this is like the Dark Knight universe, kind of. And she's the one who became Robin in Dark Knight Returns.
I see.
There's a Zatanna because didn't they announce a Justice League Dark movie or like series or something like that?
Something like that, I think.
Can you imagine if Constantine is the big cameo? Is the big cameo that's going to blow people's minds?
That'd be pretty cool.
And it's the Constantine from the Arrowverse because I think he was great. He even voiced him in Dark Apocalypse War.
Really? That's so cool.
He's the same one who voices Constantine in the animated movies.
That's so cool because I really liked him. He's a cool guy.
Nails the character.
Yeah. He's basically it's him. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking around my room at my little toys to see if there's any inspiration. Actually, I know what I'll do. Hang on.
Yes.
The Justice League character guide.
All right. The answer is in here somewhere.
Somewhere. It's a female character, so that already narrows it down by 50%.
More than 50%. I think there's more male characters in
True. Well, there is Artemis, but I feel like we're done with the Amazons. Wait. Actually, no. And he said Justice League member. What if it's a character, not necessarily a member? They could bring in Big Barda. They're already bringing the New Gods. I said Canary. How about Justice League member? Okay, let me see. Let me think. What's a character that would show up at the end of Snyder Cut that's a female character? Donna Troy?
That could be.
And it's the Donna Troy from Titans. Jesse Quick, maybe. But I don't feel like I feel like Zach is only going. They would only go with Barry Allen for right now.
Yeah.
Once again, it could be Jessica Cruz. It's not gonna be Harley Quinn because she's not a League member. I already said Hawk Girl. Not gonna be Huntress. She's not a Justice League member. It could be maybe Vixen.
That would be kind of cool.
Maybe, but
maybe it's White Canary.
Oh God! I mean, the character that they invented.
She's popular enough to headline her own TV show, I guess.
Can you imagine if it's Talia al Ghul?
That'd be really sick.
Because I think they said character, not necessarily member.
Oh, so, okay. That could change. That's a whole different story. If it says character from Justice League.
Well, we know definitely that Mera is showing up at one point. I swear, if that mind-blowing cameo is Metron, I'm gonna freak out. See the Mobius chair live action?
Yeah.
Okay, let me see. And for those listening on audio, I am going through the book trying to find a female character that this could be. Female Justice League character. Could be Power Girl, and then they established the multiverse that way. I'm going to assume he said member and try and find someone. How about, let's see, which character can we introduce? What if a Star Sapphire?
That could be kind of cool.
Like Carol Ferris, because they're bringing in lanterns. Let's see what else. What if the one that blows people's minds, they bring back Steve Trevor again?
In the movie, yeah.
And it's from not a wishing rock, but a wishing icicle. Like they make it even stupider.
Yeah. He just comes back in every movie.
That's the running gag, and then he dies at the end of that movie.
Yeah, that'd be funny.
By the way, what if it's Lobo, that big mind-blowing cameo? Wouldn't that be great?
That'd be kind of cool.
That'd be so dope. Trying to see, so far I haven't really seen a lot of people. Once again, my money is on either Cruz or Zatanna. Because I'm thinking that could really bring in because lanterns and magic. Because that way DC can have their answer to Doctor Strange, this woman.
Yeah.
And once again, Cruz, because she's going to be in the Lantern series, which I am so excited for. Because the podcast listeners have heard me say ad nauseum, she is one of my favorite Lanterns of all time.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. Once again, so I think the major cameo is going to be Kyle Rayner. And I think the female character is either going to be Hawk Girl or Jay Cruz. What about you, lad? Who's your main cameo first?
Main cameo? I'm hoping, like, for a mind-blowing... It has to be a superhero, I think we said, right? Or
yeah, I think it has to be a... I think he said mind-blowing hero. So he said hero. So it has to be a hero.
I see. Well, mind-blowing hero... I would maybe go with... I don't know. I feel like, well, for the female character, I'm thinking Hawk Girl or Supergirl.
Yeah,
but
one of those.
for the mind-blowing character, I feel could be, oh boy, the Wonder Twins. No,
First off, those are characters.
yeah, okay, fine. The Blue Monkey.
And watch this actually the title change into Zack Snyder's Super Friends.
Yeah. Oh boy. I don't know. I'm not sure the surprising character. I feel like it could be kind of left wide open. Maybe
Booster
like a
Gold,
Green Lantern.
anyone?
That'd be so sick.
If it's Booster Gold, that would be hilarious.
It'd be cool if a Green Lantern showed up.
Which Green Lantern, though?
Well, that's the question, right?
Yeah, I mean, it could be Kyle, it could be Hal, could be it could be, honestly, it could also be John, because Jon Stewart's supposed to show up in the series as well.
Mm-hmm. Jon Stewart would be really cool.
And that would be cool if the hardcore cameo is Jon Stewart and the female character showing up as Hawkgirl, because then you get the original members.
Yeah, that would really be sick.
And Aquaman.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
because he was in one of the originals.
Rip.
Well, by originals, we're talking about in the cartoon.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's pretty. What if it's Red Hood?
That'd be really sick. I mean, they have.
Wait a minute. What? Because the Robin's dead. I mean, they did say that that's Dick Grayson. But what if Red Hood shows up? Because if we're assuming that Zack Snyder is going off of what Frank Miller did for Batman, we know that Frank Miller in Frank Miller's universe, Jason Todd was the first Robin.
I see.
So if it's Jason Todd come back as Red Hood, because you already have Deathstroke.
Yeah, that could be really good then.
Or it could also be Green Arrow.
I totally forgot he exists. Yeah.
Yeah, but first off, they just killed him in the Arrowverse.
Uh-huh.
But also they said hardcore fans, and that's another one people would expect.
Right.
I feel like he's saying it's not going to be anyone you'll expect. Watch it be Condiment King.
Condiment King, oh boy.
Or worse, Kite Man.
Kite Man, my favorite.
Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be so great.
Oh, man.
But anyway, there's lots of speculation on the Snyderverse, and we're hopeful that after this, DC can really get their act together and start like churning out movies. Because I want to see more DC movies. I don't want to wait 2 years before another cool movie.
I know, right? Let's get hyped up for it again, and
Warner Brothers
roadmap.
For the love of God, give Zack Snyder one more movie. Just let him do one more movie, and then you're done. You don't have to ever see him again. Maybe for Man of Steel 2. Have him be in charge of your DC HBO Max universe.
Right.
Because then you have that, and then have whoever the hell you want to be in the for the actual theatrical movies.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. That way you have an architect. And at least
there we go.
At least half your universe.
Right, yeah. You want to break into that superhero box office. Marvel is a bit shaky at the moment. Now's the time to strike.
That's why, remember, when everything shut down the pandemic, Marvel was silent. And then DC was like, we got this, 3 Jokers, this. Snyder Cut.
Yeah.
Like DC was on the warpath, bro.
Yeah, they were. Hopefully they capitalize.
I have one more question before we sign off. Which project that's been announced and confirmed are you the most excited for, lad?
Ooh. I'm gonna have to go with the Blue Beetle movie. That has me really hyped. I kind of like the idea of that a lot. I think he's a really cool character. Could work out really well.
Yeah, I love Jaime Reyes.
Mm-hmm.
Personally, for me, probably. Let me see. There's so many. As a hardcore DC fan, it's hard to pick one.
Top 3, then. Top 3.
Green Lantern, because it's being written by Jeff Johns.
Mm-hmm.
Or at least he's like producing it, so it's gonna be good if it's Green Lantern and Jeff Johns.
Yeah.
2, probably Jaime. I'll agree with you on that. I was not expecting that. I was like, I really want to see that. And then 3, let's see, if we're talking about theatrical movies, and just so the fans know, this is besides the Snyder Cut.
Yeah.
Because that's the obvious answer for number 1.
Yeah.
Probably, I'm not gonna say Aquaman 2 since I have no idea what that story is gonna be. Even though Aquaman 1 was amazing. But let me see. This is really hard to pick. For number 3, top 3. So I got Lanterns, Jaime Reyes, probably Flashpoint, because it's gonna be like a lot of characters showing up. That's where Supergirl's supposed to debut. They did I'm not sure if it's gonna be Supergirl in there, because I think they said she's debuting in Flashpoint because it was the Flash director who cast her.
I see.
I mean, it could be to like introduce her. They have her show up in the Snyder cut, but that's why I'm not really buying that. But yeah, Flashpoint, because you have like Michael Keaton Batman. You have let's see, Barry Allen's gonna have a new suit. He's dropping the armored look. Oh, okay. Because that whole thing where he met TV Flash, that's canon.
Oh, nice.
That's where he gets the idea for the name, the Flash, and the suit. Because remember, he's like, "Oh, your suit, it looks comfy."
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Let's see. It's just, those are my top 3 that I'm the most excited for. Now, what shows are you the most excited for, lad?
Shows.
Number 1 for me is Young Justice, for obvious reasons.
Is that season 5 now?
I think.
Or
regardless, the 4. New season of Young Justice. Number 2, actually, I have one more thing I'm really excited for. The Justice Society movie.
Oh, okay. Animated movie, yeah.
When is that coming out, by the way?
Yeah, check that out. When is that?
Justice Society. So, Lat, while I look this up, your list of top 3 shows coming out.
My list of top 3. Okay, so... Man, I'm not as familiar with the shows that are coming out.
May 11th, 2021. So we're almost there for that, too.
Oh, okay, that's coming out pretty soon, yeah. Okay, so for TV, well, okay, so...
Actually, it's going to release on April 27th on digital. May 11th is just for the DVD media.
Oh, okay.
Let me see. Apparently, they're making Wonder Woman have more of an accent, which I'm cool with that.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. I mean, they've done that a lot with, Gal Gadot has a pretty strong accent with her Wonder Woman character.
Which works when you look at where the character came from.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just trying to see when the movie's coming out. What platforms? If it's going to be like, let's see, 4K. No. Above mentioned platforms. Blu-ray combo. Okay, so it's going to be available on Amazon, Vudu, Xbox, Fandango Go, PlayStation, Apple TV, and many other streaming services for those who will purchase the film. All right. Obviously, I'm buying it. So
yeah, that's gonna be hype. I'm hyped for the Green Lantern show. Seems like pretty interesting. I think that'll be really cool. It's not confirmed, but what I want them to do is another Justice League TV show or something that's just like, DC TV show that's like, cool. Okay. I need a Justice League TV show and I need an Avengers TV show like yesterday. We need a new one for both of those. Avengers Assemble ended. Justice League Unlimited.
Or how about a Spider-Man show?
Yeah. That's what I need. I need that now because I really enjoy those like TV shows that are a bit more like not as like intense or just have like have more storyline in episodes and stuff like that.
Yeah, like exactly.
That would be pretty cool. You said that Snyder Cut's coming out on Thursday, right? Like upcoming Thursday. Okay, Thursday. I need to like start blocking out that Thursday like now to make sure that nothing pops out. Yeah.
Because I got news for you, bro. If you can't make it, I'm not waiting.
Yeah, I know. There's no way. I'm gonna have to get there.
I mean, I love you, bro. Anything else, I would wait for you.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, no, I'm gonna make it a priority to block out that time because normally I don't have anything coming up on a Thursday, so that's a really good day. Normally it's like a Friday or Saturday, so that works out well. We'll we'll probably go and check it out together. That'll be really
exactly.
Fun.
We will be pretty much barring any unforeseen circumstances. Thursday we're watching the Snyder Cut. Friday we're doing the episode about it. Now once again, we're not going to hold anything back. That will be our spoiler like rich review of the Snyder Cut.
Yeah.
And that means I just had a dreadful thought. That means I have to watch the theatrical release of Justice League beforehand. I mean,
Oh,
I don't
really?
have to. I remember plenty of that train wreck, but I probably won't actually. I'm just gonna say, nope, not doing it. I can't subject myself to it.
I'm not gonna watch it again. I actually watched that one movie like 2 or 3 times. I kind of liked it back then, but not anymore. But
When you see what it was supposed to be, how could you like it?
yeah, no, we're gonna be pretty hyped for this. This is gonna be this talk of town for a while. There's gonna be a lot of discussion about it. We'll probably
You
have a
saw
couple
how
episodes.
much talk was from the trailer.
Yeah, dude, we're having like so much conversation just from the trailer. We're gonna be spending forever just breaking the movie down.
Yeah, we'll talk about what our favorite moments are,
Mhm.
and what's the one thing that annoys us that they took out besides everything.
The part when they took out
The
Batman
nightmare.
and Wonder Woman romance is when
They
that
added that. Because guess
yeah.
why? It's confirmed because in the original plan, Batman was supposed to fall in love with Lois Lane.
What? How is that supposed to be a thing?
That was another because Superman's dead, and they realizes I have to be unhappy in order for the world to be saved, because then I can because the world needs a Superman.
I see.
So guess what? Even Snyder was like, no to Batman and Wonder Woman. I'm just gonna bring this up to you. I'm gonna make this bold prediction. DC is never gonna pair those two together.
No.
It makes no sense. The only reason why they did Superman and Wonder Woman is because it makes logical sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. And they have the
Batman and Wonder Woman. Are you kidding me? Darkness, light, lies, or keep secrets, or lies by omissions. Truth. He lied about having a plan to kill every one of his best friends.
No. Well,
including Wonder Woman. Including
himself also, though.
Yeah, his is the Justice League.
Yeah.
But still, I'm like, bro.
Oh,
I'm sure, like, this way, say I were dating a girl and I said, by the way, I have a plan to kill you if you ever like annoy me.
They have a backup plan. They have a backup plan. Like Batman has his backup plan. Like, well, I'm gonna take out all my best friends and the person he's interested in. Like everything.
You see, I have this special plan for Superman in case he and Wonder Woman ever get close, because that's my territory, Clark.
Yeah, and like he has like I upgrade your wrist gauntlets, Wonder Woman, and so like when they go in for like a hug, like there's kryptonite inside her wrist gauntlets now, and so it takes out Superman.
And they're magnetically attracted, so she can't get him apart. She's constantly exposing Superman to kryptonite.
Yeah, Batman has
this lipstick, which may or may not be laced with kryptonite.
Yeah, it's like where'd you get that? Oh, Bruce gave me this. Good.
And I'm like,
oh boy.
That would be hilarious. Here's a good buddy cop movie: Superman, Batman.
Yeah,
and they're competing over who gets Wonder Woman.
Oh boy. Yeah, they're
like,
not
okay, bro.
Batman
and the whole movie is them doing this for 2 hours.
Yeah. Batman and Wonder Woman is probably not going to be a thing that happens.
In fact, DC even said this could never happen. I showed you the comic.
Yeah, you showed.
Even in the Justice League animated show, Batman turned down an immortal Amazon princess. He's like, you're a woman you're an immortal goddess from a lost civilization. I'm a rich kid with issues.
Yep.
This can't work. And I'm like, thank you, Batman, for even Batman rejected Wonder Woman. He's the one man that would reject an Amazon princess. There's like this whole thing supposedly that like every member of the Justice League at some level is in love with Wonder Woman, except for Batman. Because he's got Catwoman, he's got Selena Kyle, he's got his own lady. He's got his own kind of powered lady. I mean, if you're going by the Halle Berry Catwoman, she does have superpowers.
No, don't turn this against me.
Watch them make that canon.
Yeah. Oh boy.
I'm like, no, that's on the multiverse. That's in the same multiverse where like all of the parody superheroes are.
Yeah.
It's like Catwoman in name only. But okay, so anyway, before we got, that's probably gonna inadvertently become an a thing we do on every episode is talk about Batman and Wonder Woman never happening.
Yeah.
So this was our this was our first DC episode. Next week we're gonna do the Superman and Wonder Woman series. Just to screw it, lad.
Oh boy.
Yeah, we're gonna do the romantic series that was in the New 52.
Is that part of like the Justice League series, or is that a separate thing?
Started in the Justice League series, issue 12, which you have in the collected editions that got you for your birthday.
Yep.
And then it continued on its own series. And guess what? It's canon in Earth 52.
There we go.
Thank you, Doomsday Clock. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this bonus episode. Considered it a very late Christmas present. Very late.
Yeah.
And that should be the title of this episode. Happy really late Christmas.
Yeah. Very late Christmas.
So this weekend we are going to have a bonus episode as well, where we're going to have a regular Friday episode, and then Lad's going to bring on a guest for the Saturday episode. We'll reveal it on Saturday, but it should be a good on the Saturday episode. We're going to be talking about our favorite superhero TV shows. It could be animated, it could be live action, and then that's when I'll talk about Superman and Lois.
Yeah, that'll be a good time to discuss that.
I'll go into in depth on that. So anyway, hope you guys had a good enjoyed this episode as we talked about how we would fix the Snyderverse. And stay heroic, everyone. Have a good weekend or week.
Yep. See ya.